Hey everyone, this is John and Dan with another edition of Dan's Models. And we're looking at some N-scale cars, and you know what? This is the third time, Dan, that we've looked at how big is our maintenance of way department for TSG Railroad.
Probably bigger than a little tiny railroad, actually, would be.
Because I recognize that color, and I know everything else in that color that's been N-scale was TSG maintenance of way equipment. So.
Yeah, well, I figured I might as well show the rest of the train since I've showed.
This is it though? That's the end of it?
I'm pretty sure this is all of it.
There's only 10 cars maybe?
Yeah, at least 12. Unless I do any more.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a mishmash of stuff here. I've got a water car,
okay.
A ballast car, which doesn't have any ballast in it.
That's okay. They used it on the track.
Yeah, and a couple tool and material cars. These cars I just painted gray and did in the TSG maintenance of way scheme, which is TSG. By the way, it's a fictitious railroad that we made up for basically to match the initials of the company,
right?
But I started doing some equipment for it, and I've had a little fun. One of the things, sometimes I do a lot of serious prototype modeling stuff, but sometimes it's nice to kind of relax and do some freelancing because you can be a little looser.
Yeah, you can make it up.
Yeah. And I haven't weathered any of these yet, so that would be another thing that needs to happen. But my goal with this type of freelancing stuff is to create stuff that looks plausible, basically. So anyway, that's really these are both Atlas models, and I did put Microtrains trucks on them, and they've got metal wheels. I think in this case they're Intermountain wheels on these cars. And then these other two. Way back when, I had another freelanced railroad that I called the North Coast. Now I realize that since I did that, I think there's actually been a North Coast that ran up on parts of the old Northwestern Pacific.
Oh wow! So you thought of it before they did?
Well, yeah, this was early '80s. So, but anyway, I lettered a couple of pieces of equipment and actually did the North Coast writing with individual letters off of microscale alphabet sheet. These were originally Microtrains cars that came with dimensional data only. And so I'm not doing that North Coast thing anymore, but I figured rather than repaint them in gray, I just do it what a short line would probably do and patch them.
There you go.
So what I did was
I can see the patches on the back there.
Yeah, I just used some, I think, black decal and made that as a base and then put some writing over it and just basically changed the numbers. And then I added some of the microscale has a generic maintenance of way stencils. So that's where the tool and material car stencil came from and that kind of thing. They offer those, I think, in white and black. So I used white ones on these cars since black wouldn't show up very well.
Yeah, right. I think one day, Dan, sometime in the future, when you get these all weathered, we'll do a TSG maintenance of way train run by on somewhere, and we'll film it for Dan's Models episode or something.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
or maybe not even wait till they're weathered. Maybe just do it sometime soon.
Yeah. Well, I should weather them because they're way too clean for maintenance of way, especially second-hand maintenance of way cars. I mean, those should be filthy.
Probably pretty grungy. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, I guess that's about it for these. I just thought I'd show them since we showed the other ones.
Yeah, no, they look great. Like I said, I think put them all together on a big long train. One thing I'm a little concerned about, though, before we go, we only have one ballast car. Don't we need more than that?
Yeah, probably.
Or do you have to just run it back and forth a bunch of
just
times?
Run it and dump it, and then bring it back for another load. So they go up and down the track 20 times.
There's a pile, 30 feet up the track, and they're just reloading it.
Come to think of it, I do have some. Walters had some Diffco side dump cars.
Yeah.
In N-scale, and I think I bought a set of those, and they offered them in a generic maintenance of way gray color.
Well, there you go.
And I don't think I did anything to them. I didn't put a TSG on it, but I that would probably be part of the train too.
I think we need more because a working railroad needs more than one ballast car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one that's as big as TSG Railroad anyway. Yeah. And it'll just get bigger the more we do these. So
yeah, at least the TSG cars I have outnumber the locomotives. That's a good thing.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess so. Because otherwise the locomotives would just have to pull each other around. That wouldn't be very fun.
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch you later.
Catch you later.